Law Awareness Child's True Friend. Project A.S.B.P. Bye Rape. Apparently, a fictitious storybook of our main hero, Minnie, a 12-year-old girl, which can be a reality if you too join her in the quest. It can revolutionize the existing crime rate of rape and secure justice for all innocent lives. Z-Factor Introductory Statements of Minnie, and it's for you. Hi. I am Minnie. Crime rate on rape can be easily truncated to a great extent, worldwide and with much immediate effect. Sometimes, the most complicated question may have a very simple answer. Whereas sometimes, a very simple question may have a very complicated answer. In our case, we have a complicated question, which I feel needs a very simple answer and your trifle involvement. Yes, let's begin as a team, you and me. Yes, let's begin as a team, you and me. After going through the entirety of this humble book, if your conscience allows, then, for the betterment of the entire humanity at large, we can accept A.S.B.P as part of our world and spread the message. Yes, I acknowledged, the terms and conditions, government's money or that of corporates will not be needed if they have a tight budget. Ordinary localite in an organized manner can revolutionize the entire scenario by contributing a minimal amount and their oath to contribute their trifle effort as and when required. In 2021, the world population was approximately 7.9 billion people, with almost half being female. To be more precise, women make up around 49.58% of the total population. The source is the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs Population Division. Let us form an idea of the scope. According to the United Nations, estimated around 736 million women, almost a ratio of 1:3, women have been subjected to physical sexual violence at some point in their lives. Assuming 8% cases are rape cases, the assumption best provided by Google AI, which results to 59 million rape cases. Now, a simple mathematics we go through. Let's consider a non-leap year, resulting 5, 25, 600 hours. Now, if we further go through, we get, in our so-called modern and advanced, civilized world, rape per minute, 2 cases gets registered, worldwide, approximately. Rape per hour, 112 cases gets registered, worldwide, approximately. Rape per day, 2688 cases, 2688 cases gets registered, worldwide, approximately. Rape per month considering as 30 days for calculation is somewhat 80640 cases, 80,640 cases gets registered, worldwide, approximately. Per year, 981,120 cases, which is 9,81,120 cases per year, gets registered, worldwide, approximately. So, every beginning of the 1st of January when we are overjoyed with the advent of a happy new year, we silently ignore the horrible fact that around 9,81,120 women, who is someone's mother, someone's daughter, someone's sister, someone's wife, someone's lover, someone's friend went through severe physical, mental torture, and that if the victim survives, she has to bear the agony of such heinous trauma till the rest of her life. Sadly, the numbers of victims are rising every day by day. Our world is so very advanced. Science is wow. With us, so-called human beings. Okay, I want you to get me wrong with my following statements. In the history of evolution as per Darwinism, it is clear our very characteristics of life, the very cells, if it finds the nature in harmony, then it tends to reproduce or expand. Whereas, if the nature is antagonist, then our very cells tends to defensive mode. our very evolutionary process, to address ourselves as human beings, so far the most advanced and civilized world at present day, basically discarded and denied, a complete hoax, as because we, the citizen of one world, chose to appreciate our efforts to expand but hardly care about our own defensive mechanism. Just look around. Development in real sense is when our family is safe. The future is secured at least with respect to the basic necessity of life sustainability, but are they? Why rape crime is only accelerating? Why water scarcity is rising at an alarming rate? 2045 serious water crisis to hit the world as stated by scientists. Soil is destroyed at such a swift speed, by 2050, severe, almost 90% of our soil shall become degradable. Why the air is day by day losing its life providing elements and getting replaced by deadly carbon monoxide and excessive carbon dioxide. By 2050 the world shall face intense and adverse effects of air pollution. The above specific years and deadlines are provided by the very respective departments of our United Nations. We are praising the skyscrapers but killing soil. We are fond of luxurious cars, air travel, and so we are destroying our soil, our forests to replace them with concrete roads, and we address these as great developments. Reaching moon, for example. USA Apollo program, about $257 billion in today's dollar, then Project Gemini, $288 billion, NASA, Artemis program around $98 billion, reaching space, developing bombs such, which can annihilate our world. Nuclear holocaust. Our entire solar system, all we need is some more studies on Tsar Bomba or even our galaxy, the Milky Way. We human beings already developed theories, for example, destruction by speculative physics, such as 1. Vacuum decay, 2. The Big Rip, 3. Engineered hypermassive black hole, and there are others. The universities, colleges of human beings are putting extensive efforts, energy, money, study, on the same. What about your mother's safety? Your daughter's safety? Your sister's safety? Your wife's safety? Your lover's safety? Your friend's safety? You may be a strong man, with great health and academics. You may be working for police or army or air force or navy or professor or doctor or teacher or lawyer or businessman or whoever, yet you are at work. Are you very sure the woman or women at your house or on road or at some place are all safe? You guarding the border of your nation with a sophisticated gun, but the women or women of your house or on road or at some place are safe? Charity begins at home. Likewise, don't you think defense begins at home? If you truly consider my aforesaid respective humble questions as your questions too, kindly join me, know my story, and let's really work on this as a team. God will provide us with the like-minded people and the right kind of resources in time. Now, welcome to my story. I was raised till 9 years at an orphanage. I never came to know about my original father or mother, or my religion or the language of my mother tongue. On my 9th birthday, a kind gentleman and a lady accepted me as their daughter, and my life's journey started with them. Presently they are my world. Chapter 1. Let's know our hero, Minnie and her world. Minnie, like most of the girls at her tender age, always inquisitive, fun-filled, lively and gifted with imagination and loads of love. Minnie, always energetic and ready to play. Her best friend was Abhya, who was of same age like Minnie, and her elder sister Nirbhaya, who was a first-year college student. Abhya was a bit shy. Abhya always used to love the company of Nirbhaya and Minnie. On the contrary, Nirbhaya was extremely fun-filled and extrovert. Nirbhaya had many friends. She was hardly 18 years and used to look extremely beautiful. Sometimes for fun, Nirbhaya used to wear short dresses and click photos and made videos, which used to fire up her Instagram, Facebook and as such with lakhs of likes and innumerable comments on her beauty. Nirbhaya had her mobile. She was great with her Instagram, YouTube and other apps, with thousands of followers. Mini and Abhya used to admire their hero, Nirbhaya. Abhya and Nirbhaya used to live with their dad. Their mother passed away few years back. They were neighbors of Mini. Mini's father and mother both used to love and sympathetically related with both Abhya and Nirbhaya. Mini only had Abhya and Nirbhaya as her best friends. Our Mini's world was her father, mother, Abhya, Nirbhaya and her lawyer, Raja uncle. Mini's father, Mr. Satya Chatterjee, was a journalist. He was honest and dedicated at his work. Although, he always wrote published articles on the basis of truth and logic, but his earning was adversely affected because of his fair and true reports. His promotion is basically long due. Mini's mother, Mrs. Kalpana Chatterjee, was extremely adjusting and understood the entirety of the situation. She did her best to support Satya and help Mini grow up with love and dedication. Everything was fine with Mini except her Raja uncle, who always said her to be cautious, never to be late, never stay for long hours with her friends. She should come home from her play before sunset, and as such, Mini was vexed up by the continuous lectures by her uncle. One pattern dialogue was, "Mini, you must understand, life is not a bed of roses, so one must always prepare oneself and remain vigilant in life." Although Raja uncle behaved as if he is someone concerned for all, but he used to smoke a lot, hardly used to go to court of law, always locked in his room, with papers and books. The only thing that Mini liked about Raja uncle was his martial art practice. Otherwise, Mini completely hated Raja uncle for his overbearing, unnecessarily serious attitude. Only lecturing others about safety, security. He never went for movies at cinema halls or went to outside for fun or dressed well during pujas, and as such, he was a mess and very irritating, frustrating and simply good for nothing, only lost in his own unknown world. He was as if searching for something stupid, amoron and absolutely painstaking. Raja uncle sometimes used to interfere while Nirbhaya, Mini and Abhya used to gather. He used to lecture them about timing, about alertness, about being vigilant and so on. Mini used to feel embarrassed because many times it has happened, and after Raja uncle was gone, hilariously Nirbhaya, Abhya and even Mini used to laugh and mock about him. Nirbhaya made much fun about Raja uncle and all used to laugh a lot, calling him by names and cutting jokes on him. Raja uncle was a mere good for nothing, a stupid person for them. This was the life of our Mini. She knew her father and mother would never scold her except her irritating Raja uncle. Mini used to dream, playing and having great fun with Abhya and Nirbhaya. She dreamt of doing great style and clicking her own photos with great style. She used to dream. She also became beautiful and confident like Nirbhaya. She used to feel great imagining. She also have thousands of followers on social media and so on and so on. In one sentence, our Mini's life was cool. Chapter 2, Nirbhaya missing. One evening, rather late evening, Nirbhaya's father and Abhya enquired Satya and Kalpana about Nirbhaya, if she contacted them. Both Nirbhaya's father and Abhya were extremely worried. Nirbhaya's mobile is switched off. Nirbhaya's father, Atul, completely broke down and started crying. Satya and Kalpana immediately made him sit comfortably. In the mean, Mini and Abhya both were holding hands and were terrified with everything that was happening. They actually couldn't believe what was happening. Satya convinced Atul to be courageous and let's ask help from the police. Later, they went to police station, but the police can register the complaint and start action when at least 24 hours has crossed. Atul was continuously crying. He felt something terrible while others tried to make him feel that Nirbhaya will return soon. It was very late night. Atul and Satya returned home. Kalpana was awake while Minnie and Abhya both were sleeping. Minnie observed, for almost a week passed away, there was no news of Nirbhaya. She felt a severe pain in her little heart. Abhya hardly went to school for the past few days. Minnie observed, her father and mother did their best to comfort her Atul uncle. Abhya was taken care by Kalpana mostly, while Raja uncle did his best to keep on the search for Nirbhaya, continuously visiting the police station, missing squad department or trying to track Nirbhaya by calling up her friends along with Atul uncle, but each day was getting heavy than the previous day. Abhya almost silent. Abhya hardly ate, so was the situation of Atul, Nirbhaya's father. The happy world of Atul uncle, Nirbhaya and Abhya completely vanished with the missing of Nirbhaya. Minnie realized Abhya was as if lost. She hardly spoke, always worried and always her eyes as if searching someone. Satya, Kalpana, Raja were the strong pillar then. Minnie observed as silent observer. Atul and Abhya both completely demoralized physically and mentally. Chapter 3. Minnie first time heard about rape. One evening, almost after 20 days or so, police came to Atul's house. Satya, Raja, Kalpana along with Minnie immediately went to the house of Atul. Minnie, as a silent observer, observed her Atul uncle crying hysterically. Abhya was standing beside her father, silent, cold, and her eyes as if there is no life at all. Minnie observed as silent observer. Hardly understood the entirety of the situation but realized something terribly wrong has happened. Minnie's heart was beating fast. It was Satya and Raja who took total control of the situation. Kalpana immediately took charge of Abhya along with Minnie, while Satya and Raja did their best to support Atul and following the necessary protocol as per law. At late night, Abhya wanted to be with her father Atul, so she slept with her father. Thereafter, Minnie came to know from her mother, Kalpana, that Nirbhaya is no more. She was brutally raped and later was murdered. Nirbhaya's body was recovered from a jungle by the police department. Kalpana said to Minnie the hard facts as because Satya instructed the same after Satya went through the articles provided by Raja uncle on matter of rape and children, such as Rape Crisis and Scotland, womenfamilies.org, rape culture, victim blaming and the facts inside Southern. Child must know the truth, particularly if is a female child. Minnie couldn't believe her ears. Her very innocence got almost vanished hearing such facts, but then again, facts are facts and one cannot and should not avoid knowing the truth. Minnie realized, Raja uncle was so very correct. Life is not a bed of roses. One should always prepare and become strong in every sense and always remain vigilant. The pain, the bitterness, the deep feeling of helplessness in Minnie slowly and steadily got transformed into a quest, a very serious quest, yet she was unable to realize any logic except something within calling, a quest, but for what, but for why? She had no logical reasoning or explanation to the same. Minnie felt sleepy. Both Kalpana and Minnie hugged each other and went to sleep. Chapter 4. The Awakening of an Unknown Quest in our Minnie. With morning, Minnie woke up. She had to realize and come to terms with the harsh reality. Minnie realized and accepted the fact that Nirbhaya is no more. She got killed because some men wanted to rape her. Maybe they were known to her. Maybe they were strangers and Nirbhaya was nice to them and those men took undue advantage of that. Nirbhaya must have resisted, must have fought. How terribly she got killed. Minnie couldn't take any more thinking on the same, but she also couldn't separate herself from such haunting questions. Minnie is somewhat changed. She is far more mature now and dealt with every situation with a calm and vigilant mind. After few months, Atul along with his daughter Abhya went to a new city. Minnie and Abhya both used to talk to each other over mobile phone of their parents. They both had no mobile phones of their own. They both promised each other, when they will get their own phone, they will use it wisely, maintaining vigilance and never ever flaunt or be carried on with Instagram, Facebook, YouTube and as such socials apps for followers and unwanted attentions. They shall use the phone and social networking to develop their skills and strengthen themselves. Few months passed away, Minnie started visiting her Raja uncle's room often, which was a surprise for her Raja uncle as well for Satya and Kalpana. Minnie used to spend hours at Raja uncle's room. The room was basically a lawyer's chamber with loads of books and court case briefs. Chapter 5 Talks between an advocate and a child on crimes and justice. Minnie, Raja uncle, how did the case went about Nirbhaya? Raja uncle, Minnie, why you want to know such things? Please forget dear and go watch some cartoons, have fun. There is a new movie going on of Spider-Man, what say? Minnie, what happened to the case? Please if you say. I watched newspaper, nothing mentioned there, almost for the past 3 months, no news about it. Raja uncle, dear Minnie, it's now a cold case, there was a time, people were involved, there was candle march, pamphlet distribution for justice, there were human rights organizations etc. were involved, but with time, everything became normal and people starts to forget. Although I am not blaming them, we middle class have to move on and on irrespective of the fact that we human beings also demands justice. We cannot blame anyone basically, it appears as if, with age, we all have learned the art of acceptance to a great height until it is related intimately with me and my own family. It's not that we all demand justice yet, we slowly convince our heart to give up. Chapter 6 Minnie wants Raja uncle to be a great lawyer. Minnie, dear Raja uncle, you know so much of the law and order situation. I know, like my father, you are absolutely an honest advocate. For you, justice is a worshipping God. You have never earned or opted for opportunities that would have got you astronomical figure in terms of money, but you choose to remain honest and fight cases only for justice. You are poor basically. You go to court of law either walking or by public bus, but we all know you have tremendous potentiality. You are so smart and competent yet, you are mostly without any case. Hardly makes some money. Raja uncle, Minnie, my dear, are you insulting me or praising me? You talking like Antonio and Marcus Brutus and started laughing. Minnie, no, Raja uncle, I really mean it now. I very well realize that how much you are concerned about me and others, their safety. Raja uncle was listening with all ears. He observed Minnie was serious and her statements were not mocking, rather something inspiring. Raja uncle became inquisitive about why suddenly Minnie is so very changed. Raja uncle, dear Minnie, there are many lawyers who are honest and dedicated their lives for justice. To earn money or to treat law just as another profession was never an option to them. They became lawyers out of call for justice. They live poorly yet they always strived for justice for the innocent, so I am nothing special, but yes, I am glad that I consider myself as among one of them. That brings my heart much solace and tranquility. Minnie, I respect and understand that, Raja uncle, but please realize, in this way, crime will only rise. If good and honest lawyers are left with no better earning, whereas the wrong type of lawyers by their influence and money makes position in the society, then ordinary people, innocent lives are at great danger. Our last hope for justice is the court of law, but if that is also crowded with corrupt, money-minded lawyers, then innocent, ordinary people will only find death nails to their coffin. As Minnie was talking in the mean, Raja uncle made 2 cups of tea. He gave 1 cup to Minnie and sat with another cup at his chair. He was stern. His face was grim. As if Minnie's words were still echoing in his ears. After a momentary pause, he took a sip of his tea and started saying to Minnie. Raja uncle, dear Minnie, I am extremely sad to admit that what you said is to what I agree. As of late 2025, approximately 5.28 crore, 52.8 million, cases are pending across India's lower courts, high courts, and the Supreme Court. This massive caseload includes 4.6 crore cases in the lower courts, 6.3 million in the high courts, and 86,723 in the Supreme Court, according to data July 2025. The total pending cases represent a significant challenge to the right to speedy justice. When we talk about our one world, no global system, unlike some other global issues, there isn't a central international body that collects and compiles court case data from every country in the world. Varying legal systems, each country has its own unique legal system and court structure, making it challenging to use a standardized method for counting pending cases. So although we have one world but we have no as such standardized approach to justice for all. We don't even have standardized data as such. Minnie, but the crime and the standardized pattern and approach of crime is all the same in each and every corner of the world, isn't it, Raja uncle? Answer me, Raja uncle. Raja uncle was completely at a state of shock hearing such a bold and logical a question, with such intensity from Minnie. Raja uncle, dear Minnie, I have to draft one notary. I will get ₹300. I think you also should go out and play soon. It will be evening. Minnie, disappointed yet silently left the place. Few days passed, Minnie no more visited Raja. Chapter 7, Raja Uncle and Minnie on the statistics of rape crime, worldwide. One day, Minnie once again, slowly entered Raja Uncle's room. She went silently inside the room and sat over the bed. Minnie with a serious face looked at Raja Uncle, who was then reading a law book. Through the corner of the specs, Raja Uncle slowly looked at Minnie, then he gave her a sweet smile. Raja Uncle said, so my dear Minnie, after days, you came here, I was missing you. So shall we start our arguments and fight? Raja Uncle started laughing. Minnie was then, still serious. She gave him a grim look and thereafter, said, Raja Uncle, I do not mean any fights, okay? All I need is clarification to my doubts. I need to know, to understand facts. I came here to receive help from you, not to fight with you, okay? Raja Uncle, dear Minnie, my beautiful child, I was just kidding. I am so sorry to hurt your feelings. Please say, how may I help you? Minnie, Raja Uncle, I really cannot digest the fact that each day, 2,688 rape cases takes place and our entire world is silent. How can the world be so silent? I feel frustrated. I feel so very helpless. Why the world is so very silent, Raja Uncle? Raja Uncle, while listening to Minnie, went near one corner of his room. His room's walls are like an information center. Papers, information, statistics everywhere on the walls. Raja Uncle, after listening to Minnie without any interruption, said, Calm dear Minnie, who said that our world is silent? Raja Uncle continued, Minnie, our world comprises of many nations. Here you see, on this article, published on 22nd of December 2024, by Toby Saunders at BBC Science Focus, that as per the reports of United Nations there are 195 nations, 193 of these are member states of UN and 2 countries are non-member observer states, their Vatican City and the State of Palestine. While other organizations lists a different number or countries on Earth, with US intelligence agency the CIA listing 237 countries in total. Okay, now Minnie, let's go with the U.N which says 195 countries. Now, each day, 2,688 rape cases registered among this sum total of 195 countries. Okay Minnie, let's find another data, saying that, Raja uncle, went to another corner of the wall and started speaking again about the countries where rape crime is at the highest level. Raja uncle, dear Minnie, look here, there are nations, for example, Brazil, France, Mexico, Colombia, Germany, Sweden, Argentina, Guatemala, Ecuador, Pakistan where rape is so very high. Reports from Rape Statistics by Countries 2023. Figures do not include rapes that go unreported to law enforcement. Rate indicates the number of rape incidents per 100,000 citizens in the given country. Country-to-country comparisons of rape statistics can be heavily distorted by two major influences, differing definitions of rape and wildly different legal and cultural treatment of rape victims. First, countries with strong protections for women often use a much broader and more inclusive definition of rape than others, which can make the number frequency of rapes appear higher than it does in countries with fewer protections for women and/or narrower definitions of rape. Secondly, in some cultures, reporting a rape can lead to the victim being disowned, charged with a crime themselves, or subjected to violence. For example, rape victims in Saudi Arabia may be flogged or stoned for the crime of having sex out of wedlock. In such cultures, many or most rapes go unreported. These factors are the main reasons highly developed countries such as the United Kingdom and Sweden appear to have far more rapes than Saudi Arabia and Tanzania. If the definitions of rape and cultural support for the victims were identical, the data would change dramatically. Raja uncle, my dear Minnie, now you have realized I hope that it's a far higher complexer issue to be addressed universally. It's practically impossible. We cannot do basically anything to stop rape. We have 195 nations, each one with its own unique and specific laws and judicial proceedings. Then again, we do not have a substantial data from a standardized international body or as such serious involvement. It's daydreaming to expect that rape crimes can be reduced. Genetically, men are much stronger to women. The biological factors are very clear on this. Women are their worst enemy basically. In most cases, generally, either the women of the victim's family belittle the victim. Women members of the accused either supports the accused to get him saved from the crime he committed or out of fear, they stand by the accused, the culprit, generally. Then again, even if a case is registered, the long dates which are pleaded at the court of law by the advocates, works as wonder to tamper the essential evidences or corrupt practice or witness gets purchased or is made silent. It's something extremely nasty to bury justice, and in most cases this is what exactly taking place. We need to admit and acknowledge the facts, my dear Minnie. Raja uncle, okay, dear Minnie, tell me, how is Abhya and your Atul uncle? I have not heard about them. Minnie, they are all fine, Raja uncle. Now Abhya is completely out of sorrow. She has new friends at her locality. She is doing great. We all talk over phone. Raja uncle, that's great. I am glad to know that they have recovered from such tremors. God bless them. Minnie, Raja uncle, I had a talk with father and mother about an old computer. Internet runs. I deeply feel the need to do studies on this respective matter. I want to stop the acceleration of rape crime across the entire world. I need your help in this. Raja uncle, astonished with the intention of Minnie. My dear Minnie, don't you realize it's impossible, where police departments of the entire world, then the special agencies such as FBI, CIA, etc. all are struggling with the rape crime rates and you dare to think to create a difference? Even in my wildest dream, I don't see any chances, dear. You please try something realistic. Don't waste your time on such expectations which stands no chance at all. Minnie, Raja uncle, I respect your opinion but my heart says, there is somewhere a possibility. Raja uncle, let's deal it as a game and not as a world issue. Will you be my partner in this quest? I would really appreciate your intervention. Raja uncle gave a deep look at Minnie, saw her eyes. Minnie was calm, her eyes represented strength and focus, although she was not at all sure of her blueprint of the plan. One needs to have an extraordinary plan to make a move on such a tremendous world issue. Raja uncle smiled with his eyes on Minnie. Said he would always stand by Minnie. They both, thereafter, went to Satya and Kalpana to talk about the purchase of an old computer and internet connection. Chapter 8, Minnie now equipped with her computer and internet connection. After much talks, Kalpana, Satya agreed to Minnie and Raja to purchase one old computer with internet connection. Minnie wanted to fix the computer setup at her Raja uncle's room. Next day, they worked out as per the plan. Now, Minnie has her own ways to procure data and understanding. Raja uncle and Minnie, at evening, sitting with their cup of tea and started their discussion. Raja uncle, my dear Minnie, you got your computer and internet. Now, you basically don't even need me. You have the entire world at your fingertips. Read, study, analyze all facts and make a blueprint of your plan. Minnie, Raja uncle, thank you for the encouraging words. I still need you as my mentor. You must help me on the approach with your vast and extensive experience. We need to work as a team. Raja uncle, I am glad you are focused, Minnie. You have understood that you are dealing with a subject which is enormous and it needs intensive and extensive research works and thereafter a solid imagination program in your mind to shape up a solution which so far is not even in existence. It's a kind of a sadhana, a meditation, a process which you have to shape into reality. Minnie, so what we should do, Raja uncle? Please guide me. Raja uncle smiled, said, Dear Minnie, now I will give some lectures. There is a saying. Wealth lost, nothing lost. Health lost, something lost. Character lost, everything lost. When I am talking about character, I mean just a human being and his or her mission, not his or her personal life. The one who takes up a work, thereafter, calculates what, why, how, where, whom, all these factors to achieve the respective mission, that's the character I am talking about. So, as you know and hate me for smoking, that's basically immaterial a factor. Do I have a plan, working along with it, disciplined, punctual, focused and above all my intentions, are they good and aligned with the nature or not are the most essential factors in consideration to expect success. Smoking is bad, but that's what myself is. You know what's good or bad and about your life you are the decision maker. So please understanding and respecting individual boundaries about personal lives is the first must to seriously form a team. Minnie, okay Raja uncle, I realized what you mean. With a smile, Minnie continued, I shall not mock about your bad habits. I shall focus to inspire you on your strengths. Raja uncle felt a sense of calmness with such a matured and kind a reply from little Minnie. Raja uncle with a smile said, okay, so let's talk about our work. To start with, dear Minnie, we have to calculate and accept all the responsibilities and works in hand. Although, I do realize, you want to spend your time on this particular research, but you need to realize, you have other essential works which you need to adhere every day, otherwise, unnecessary problems will arise and it shall work most unnecessarily as impediments in your path for such a great research. Minnie was listening with all attention. Thereafter, Minnie asked Raja uncle for specific guidance. Raja uncle, dear Minnie, you must develop a very serious discipline approach. First of all, create a routine. You must list all the areas where you need to work so that you become an asset to your family. Minnie, what do you mean by that, Raja uncle? Raja uncle, dear Minnie, your school's homework and classwork, your contribution to your family, helping your father and your mother by keeping things clean, taking bath, food, puja, everything as per time and without creating any scene. You need to wake up early in the morning. You must give time for your physical training. All these needs a predetermined routine approach. Such an approach alone will get you peace of mind as well the extra time for you to pursue such elaborate research, to create a difference in the world of law and crime. Are you ready for such kind of a life, my dear Minnie? Minnie, with a broad smile, thanked Raja uncle and immediately she started creating her routine. Within 2 hours, she made a brilliant routine and produced it to Raja uncle. Raja uncle, dear Minnie, I am glad you have actually circumnavigated all your works, duties in a serious manner. Your routine is awesome provided you must have iron will mentality and focus to follow the same. For 7 days from now, I shall observe how you follow your routine. If you truly comes out as a winner in following your routine, I assure you my further help. Do you agree, my dear Minnie? Minnie, absolutely, Raja uncle. I shall prove my intentions with my actions and not just by my mere words. Chapter 9, The 7 Days Observation. Minnie, each day, began with her specific routine. It was very hard for her. The first 3 to 4 days truly tested her mettle. Somehow, with absolute focus and dedication, Minnie clearly proved that her quest was for real and she would do her best to achieve her target. Minnie was well realizing that she was gaining more understanding by being disciplined. Her routine made her a winner. Her school was happy with her. Both Satya and Kalpana were amazed at her sudden change. Minnie was so good with her studies, her physical training, her involvement in her family, helping the local stray dogs and cats, also giving food and water to the birds. She also took care of the plants and trees, took charge of the aquarium in her house. She offered puja at the exact time. Minnie was simply transformed as a complete asset. Her dream to create a great difference in the world of law and order so as to convey her love for Nirbhaya, who is no more, to check the acceleration of rape crime across the entire world, acted as a powerful weapon for her immediate changes and growth for good. In one sentence, Minnie proved to be instrumental. Her discipline, punctuality and focus was commendable. Raja uncle was astonished with such immense change and such impeccable focus of Minnie. Raja uncle well realized that he must assist Minnie in her great quest, although it's like a mission impossible, but Minnie's dedicated moves, each action, made Raja uncle felt the electricity, that maybe there is a way, maybe it's God's will and Minnie may come up with something extraordinary. Minnie, after completing 7 days, asked Raja uncle's favor to start on with the research works. Raja uncle readily acknowledged. They both had a fixed time and like planned, they started on with their mission. Chapter 10, The Systematic Approach on Their Research. First phase, the NGO formation. Raja uncle, dear Minnie, we must understand, we are dealing with such a subject which basically has no existence until we bring it into existence. In this context, I would like to lecture you about what science is recently talking about: imagination is greater than knowledge. All the great inventions in the world took shape out of imagination and thereafter with the correct application of knowledge. Please remember, our mind is higher than our five senses, that our brain is higher than our mind, that the not yet manifested is higher than our brain, and that our soul is higher than that which is not yet manifested. Human beings are capable of the unbelievable achievements when their body, mind and spirit gets aligned for one specific purpose. I would like to quote in this context about the great statement of Swami Vivekananda, whose clear instruction was, take up one idea, let your body, mind and spirit be filled up with that idea and work. That's the secret to be successful on your quest. Now dear Minnie, we resume back to our works. Minnie, after hearing Raja uncle, was silent and simply nodded her head with a calm gesture. Raja uncle, we need a very refined analysis of all the datas from every corner. Thereafter we need to develop in real sense something by which crime rate on rape all over the world can be reduced. I am sure you must have given some thoughts on this mission impossible. What's your say, dear? Minnie, Raja uncle, what you said is correct. I feel, let us take the first step. That step will get us to the next step in name of God. Raja uncle, I agree with you, Minnie. Let's take the first step, but what it should be? Minnie, I don't know, Raja uncle, you are the expertise here, you please suggest. Raja uncle gave a very keen look at Minnie. Thereafter, very seriously he said, Minnie, I don't know what it should be, but my heart says, we should immediately form one small NGO. We need people's involvement too. We can provide basic legal aid to people in need, who are financially weak. At the same time, we shall create awareness on human rights, animal rights, environmental rights, and as such, we may gain some intellectuals at our side. We may get influential person, we may get some honest rich persons, for I deeply feel such powers will be a necessity for this extraordinary purpose. We can get help from each other. Minnie, I feel great about this. That's a brilliant idea to start with, Raja uncle, for this mission is very elaborate, extensive as well, requires in-depth understanding. If we get more people, more involvement, then we at least stand on a better ground. Raja uncle, then tomorrow morning, we shall form the same. Today at night please think of a name for our NGO. Chapter 11. The NGO was formed and emotions started getting shaped up. Early morning around 7 a.m., Raja uncle observed a small paper pushed through the door of his room. Raja uncle lifted it up. The name of the NGO was mentioned. Law Awareness Child's True Friend. Raja uncle smiled. Thereafter at around 10 a.m. he left for the NGO registration office. All necessary legal formalities were taken care. The application was accepted. Raja uncle, while returning home, ordered a board related with the NGO. At evening, as per the routine, both Raja uncle and Minnie were together at their meeting place. Raja uncle was ready with tea. The evening unfolded under a dark, brooding sky, heavy with clouds that rumbled like distant drums of war. A cool wind swept through the air, carrying the earthy scent of rain as the first droplets began to fall, tapping softly against rooftops and leaves. Soon, the gentle drizzle turned into a downpour, the streets glistening under flickering streetlights. Thunder roared across the heavens, followed by sharp flashes of lightning that briefly lit up the horizon in silver brilliance. The world seemed to pause between each rumble, wrapped in the rhythm of rain and the deep voice of the storm, creating a wild yet strangely peaceful symphony of nature. Raja uncle, Dear Minnie, the application is made. Legal formalities done. I have also ordered the board. Tell me, why such a big name you created for the NGO, Law Awareness Child's True Friend? Minnie, dear Raja uncle, the world can only be a better place if there are good laws, not bad laws. People who may be poor or mediocre or rich, then again people coming from various fields like a sweeper or from army or from teaching profession or a businessman or a doctor or as any as such must be made aware of the laws, only then can one survive and also grow without any fear and exploitation. There are good laws and much awareness is a necessity about the good laws. For example, human rights, the very universal declaration of human rights is hardly known to all. Great difference can be created. Good laws and their awareness means the present and future is secured. Children are the future and good laws are always the true friend. That's why our NGO's name is Law Awareness Child's True Friend. Raja uncle, very deep feeling. Impressed dear Minnie. Minnie, Raja uncle, I want to say you something beyond our topic of discussion. Raja uncle, yes please dear Minnie, what is it? In the mean, Mother Nature as if revealing one intense secret right outside the small house of our Minnie. The night was cloaked in a chilling darkness as the rain poured relentlessly, each drop striking the ground like whispered warnings from unseen realms. Thunder rolled through the sky with a menacing growl, shaking the air and echoing across the empty streets. Flashes of lightning revealed twisted trees and the glistening outlines of abandoned houses, their shadows dancing like restless spirits. The wind howled through the hollow lanes, carrying with it faint, airy murmurs that seemed almost human. Amid the storm's fury, there lingered a strange presence, cold, unseen, and watching, turning the rain-soaked night into a haunting symphony of nature and nightmare. Minnie, yesterday night, I got one intense dream. I saw a lady wearing black coat and gown like yours uniform and stood near me with a gentle smile. In my dream, I woke up and smiled back to her. She said to me that she is the law lady. Because of my intense prayers, she came to see me. She helped me to get our NGO's name and explained me about its importance. The very mission and vision as if related with her suggested name. Her face was continuously changing, sometimes Indian face, sometimes European, sometimes like Japanese or like Chinese, then sometimes like South African, and so on. Her skin colors were also continuously changing, sometimes white, sometimes black, sometimes yellowish, sometimes brownish, and so on. I asked her, why your face or your skin is changing continuously? To this, she politely answered me, she is like as such. She is the embodiment of all the women of our one world. She with much love said to me, that if I need her for anything related with law then she will be glad to help me. I looked at with wonders, she smiled and said me to get back to sleep, thereafter she was not there, as if she simply vanished. Raja uncle, oh wow. That's something strange. So now you got her, the law lady herself, so I am nothing. Minnie, come on. Raja uncle, that's a dream, but yes, I do not know why, I have a deep feeling that she is someone who will surely help me. Please my dear Raja uncle, don't be jealous, we are a team. We are so very lucky to get law lady by our side too. Raja uncle, okay, as you say Minnie. I am with you, but you must also love me the way you love her. I saw your love for her on your eyes while you were talking about her. Minnie, I promise you Raja uncle, I shall love you too. Thank you so much to be my mentor. Raja uncle, dear Minnie, you please now resume back as per the routine. We sit again tomorrow. After Minnie was gone, Raja uncle started talking to himself, dear God, please look after the child, she is obsessed with a mission, which is absolutely impossible until and unless such a mission receives your blessings. I am personally liking this. Somehow at this age, I am feeling I am getting back to life. I am slowly getting back my own self-respect. The advocate in me is getting brushed up. My prayers for all those who are getting raped while I am talking to you. May they find peace and above all, justice. I don't know God. If my prayer is ridiculous, dear God, truly why it is not possible to de-accelerate the rape crime. What can we do? My head is bursting. Sometimes I get fever when I think about Nirbhaya. Dear God, I know it's impossible, but I shall always be hopeful with little angel Minnie. I should try my best to support that little child with every positive words and guidance from my side. Please help me. Thereafter, Raja uncle got back to his respective works. Chapter 12, the first meeting about the NGO and the basic plan of action. With the advent of a bright morning, birds singing, a very fresh feeling of life surrounded Raja uncle. He looked through the window of his room at the brilliant sun. He felt he was no more depressed. He has a new call. His life is worthy. He got a purpose. A purpose so very vast and extensive, which is beyond logical comprehension. A challenge such great which needs the eye of a tiger and heart of a lion to endure such, as because the entire world knows such a challenge is nothing but a complete catastrophic failure. He asked to God, in his childish state of mind, "Why me, God, why me? I am nothing, not even a grain of sand to stand against such a gigantic a world issue." Suddenly, Minnie entered the room, with 2 cups of tea and with a loud voice said, "Good morning, dear Raja uncle, your tea. May I please sit with you for few minutes? That's why I also got my cup of tea." Raja uncle, with a bright smile for Minnie said, "Oh wow. Yes, of course, it's a privilege for me, dear. I would love to sit with you." Minnie, Raja uncle, yesterday night, after our meeting, I also had a late night meeting with my father and mother. I asked for their support, to be member at our NGO and help you at the base level. Raja uncle sipped his tea, with an enthusiastic tone, asked, "Will they help us?" Minnie, "Yes, my dear Raja uncle, they promised me to help you. Today evening, we will sit all together at our schedule. This is the very reason for which I came here to you, at this time, which is not in our routine." Raja uncle looked at Minnie with love, smiled at her. "I am starting to admire you, Minnie. You are slowly turning into a leader. God bless you." "Okay, Minnie, our tea is over. We met as per plan. I will arrange 2 more chairs in the room by evening, so that we 4 of us can sit and discuss the same." Minnie, "Thank you, Raja uncle. I take your leave now." Minnie moved towards the door and suddenly turned back and called out, "Raja uncle." Raja uncle immediately turned back and looked at Minnie with surprise. Minnie, with a bright smile on her face, said, "Raja uncle, you talk to God. I heard you talking to God while looking at the sun. I want to say you, Raja uncle, everything, even our breathing, is by the will of God. You please have faith and patience, and yes, God is also sporty like you. So instead of saying, 'Why me?' I would suggest you to say, 'God, try me.' God wants to see the confidence, the iron will. Like Arjuna, you need to face the impossible. You will only then, slowly and surely, find Krishna beside you, maybe, sometimes, in the form of your relative, or friend, or even as unknown stranger, or even in the form of an animal or bird or even an insect. You will receive help. Think about the great scientists or great inventors or great discoverer, all walked through the path of the impossible, with faith, patience, dedication, unwavering focus, while the entire world laughed and mocked at them until they changed the very course of the world by the blessings of God and were exemplary to turn the definition of impossible to I am possible. Oh God! I am wasting our time. Today I lectured you, Raja uncle. Feel the boredom of lectures. Bye. Meeting you at our scheduled time. And Minnie ran to get ready for her school. Raja uncle slowly sat down on his chair. His entire body felt goosebumps. Little Minnie and her words of strength made electricity run through the veins of Raja uncle. Such powerful words from the mouth of a sweet child made Raja uncle shivered. He slowly gained his senses and smiled to himself. He started repeating the last statements of Minnie. Impossible means I am possible. Impossible means I am possible. Impossible means I am possible, and started to smile calmly all by himself. Evening approached. Raja uncle prepared his room for the conference. At schedule hour, Satya, Kalpana and Minnie entered Raja uncle's room with snacks and tea. Everyone arranged themselves, took their seats, arranged their snacks and tea, had some chit-chats at first and then got into the main topic of discussion. Raja was sitting opposite to all. He was to address everyone in the room and all looked upon him. Raja uncle, dear all, because of our Minnie and her initiatives, this our NGO, Law Awareness Child's True Friend, is formed. This is our registration papers and this is our board which I shall fix on an auspicious day, which is day after tomorrow. Our NGO is a research-based NGO mainly. Am I correct, Minnie? Minnie, yes, Raja uncle. Kalpana and Satya both listening with seriousness. Raja uncle, I want to say, our NGO will do something incredible. Kalpana Di, the snacks were delicious. Kalpana, you want more snacks, Raja? Raja uncle, yes, okay, not now. Raja tried to continue, Actually, our NGO just formed but will be great. So brother Satya, will you take some tea? Satya, yes, sure. Raja, please finish the discussion soon, dear. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., I have report to my office. Heavy workload is levied upon me. Raja, oh yes. Minnie was observing the entirety of the situation as a silent observer. Raja started, so NGO is formed, we all help each other. We work for some good social cause, okay. Kalpana, what type of works are we going to do, Raja? Are we going to get any extra income from the NGO? I love social works but do not know anything about an NGO. Minnie, in the mean, was maintaining silence and was observing the entire situation. Raja, almost silent, he was not sure what to say, how to say, he was as if confused and dumb. Minnie realized her Raja uncle is nervous and is not able to speak specific. To defend Raja uncle, she politely approached towards Raja uncle and most gently requested Raja uncle to provide her the chair of her Raja uncle, which Raja uncle did instantly with a great sign of relief and immediately sat down on Minnie's chair. Now Minnie is facing all in the room. Minnie, while looking at everyone with a smile, took out a file from her bag. The file contained few papers. She organized the papers and addressed everyone. Minnie, her presence although calm and smiling, still in her eyes there was some kind of an undefined fire. A resolute personality, someone who commands authority even without a single effort. In the mean, outside the little house of Minnie, Mother Nature as if revealing herself in her wild form. The normal evening slowly covered up by thick ardent clouds, thunder rumble, the weather immediately got cold and silence as if eternal, covered up the entire locality of Minnie. The harsh winds were blowing, as if someone, in the dark and lighting, was slowly approaching the very little house of Minnie. Chapter 13, Minnie's basic plan on how to conduct the NGO and her fiery speech on women. Minnie started to speak. Minnie, in one sentence, our vision is to create awareness on good laws. We are a research-based NGO. We firmly believe that awareness on good laws involves various missions. Each mission has its own way to express its importance. Our society, our nation and our world at large may perceive our intentions through our respective missions. Minnie continued as thunder roars outside her little house. Minnie, at present we have 9 missions, such that we all can conduct them with minimal time, money and energy. They are as follows. First and major mission is human rights awareness, which involves all of us. Second mission is free legal guidance to the destitute, by Raja Uncle. Third mission is helping birds and our rescued dogs and cats. Fourth mission is aloe vera plants and plastic bottles. It's how we can send plants in every person's house and at the same time, help recycle the plastic bottles. Our fifth mission is awareness on global issues, laws, through social media. Our sixth mission, hidden mission, is by Rape Project A.S.B.P. This particular mission is confidential for now as we are in the budding stage. The seventh mission is collaborating with other NGOs for social works. This is presently practiced by many NGOs, resulting to sharing various loads of an event as well, accomplishing the common goal. Mission 8 is distribution of old cloths and food. This mission will help us to feel peace by helping even one life with some food or cloth as per our own trifle capacity. And the last, the 9th mission is writing or creating videos on the unsung real-life heroes. This should be our mission, to cherish those heroes who are contributing to the society and to humanity at large by their great efforts and in dedicated works. We shall speak loud, highlight them and create publicity for them. Our works will help and encourage those heroes as well, inspire the young generations to be like them, and they also becomes real-life heroes. How is it? Minnie inquired all. Everyone in the room clapped and appreciated the basic plan of action as prepared by Minnie. Meanwhile, the winds outside the small house was as if howling, while the thunder roars. Chapter 14, The Eye-Opening and Fiery Speech of Minnie on Women Empowerment. Minnie, please everyone, kindly, may I be permitted to speak out on my small research on women that I did. Everyone in the room much appreciated Minnie's effort and readily wanted to hear her research. In the mean, Kalpana renewed the teapot and served the same to all. Outside the small house, meanwhile, the rains and thunder covered up the entire locality. The thick smell of the soil entered the room where everyone was sitting. The atmosphere in the room was enigmatic. Everyone was feeling its presence yet cannot describe the same. Minnie, I don't want to speak much about the ancient civilization, where women became great leaders and were treated with much respect. Here's a list of some top women leaders from major ancient civilizations who shaped history through politics, war, diplomacy, or religion. Ancient Egypt, Cleopatra 769 to 30 BCE, the last active pharaoh of Egypt, known for her political genius, alliances with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, and defense of Egypt's independence. Hatshepsut, c. 1507 to 1458 BCE, one of Egypt's most successful pharaohs, expanded trade routes and built magnificent temples, ruling as a female king. Nefertiti, 14th century BCE, queen and co-ruler with Akhinte, known for her influence in religious reform and her iconic beauty. Ancient India. Rani Durgavati, 1524 to 1564 CE, though later medieval, she carried forward ancient Indian traditions of valor, Queen of Gondwana who resisted Mughal invasion. Queen Didda of Kashmir, 10th century CE, a powerful ruler who governed Kashmir with skill, diplomacy, and firmness. Minnie continued, so we find, the ancient civilizations had much respect for women and women had power and freedom. Thereafter, slowly, with time, men took over by simply manipulating situations such where women, out of love and faith on men, took the back seat, which resulted to catastrophic disaster of equality with respect to gender. Male supremacy and male ego started dominating the world. From internet, when men started to dominate women, what I found is domination by men of women is found in the ancient Near East as far back as 3100 BCE, as are restrictions on a woman's reproductive capacity and exclusion from the process of representing or the construction of history. With the advent of World War I in the year 1914, the great clashes of male ego for supremacy made war inevitable, and which consequently resulted to collateral damage for the women of the world and the children. With much death of men at the forefront, due to dire circumstances, women were called up to be ranked in the forefront. The great revolution of women power worldwide again started to rise. In the name of nation and national pride, thousands of women sacrificed themselves and proved their valor all over the world. Slowly but surely, with the end of World War I and thereafter in the year 1919, women empowerment was first observed. In 1919, there were no worldwide laws granting women the right to vote, but the year was pivotal as many countries, including Austria and Georgia, allowed women to vote in national elections for the first time, while the United States was on the verge of passing the 19th Amendment. Year 1918 to 1920, Austria, Georgia, Isle of Man, Netherlands, United States of America, United Kingdom, granted right to vote by women. There was stiff resistance, but due to the ardent struggle by the women, finally their right to vote came into existence. It was almost a war from every aspect, between women and men, and ultimately justice restored and prevailed. Many continued, I also studied, actually far earlier than the European women, in India. Our Indian women proved their valor for the same cause with tremendous intensity and commitment. Savitribai Phule is the first Indian woman who formed a school for girls, which she founded in 1848 with her husband, Jyotirao Phule, in Pune. She was also India's first female teacher, and her work was crucial in advocating for women's education and challenging social discrimination. In this context, I would like to add about the name of Raja Ram Mohan Roy and Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, a social and religious reformer who campaigned for the abolition of sati in India as on 1829, supported widow remarriage, which was spearheaded Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar in the year 1856, and women's rights. He is often called the father of modern India for his role in modernizing Indian society by promoting education, rational thought, and opposing practices like child marriage, the caste system. Many continue, anyways, with the advent of World War II, 1939, more loss of men, worldwide, resulted more rooms for women to break the chains of men domination. Women proved their worth to themselves by exemplary acts of valor, intelligence, analysis, and championed every hurdles which were once only the privilege of men. With the end of World War II, 1945, by which women of the world and their position got consolidated. Then finally, 10th of December 1948, the entire world received the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, was created by a diverse group of representatives from the United Nations General Assembly. Eleanor Roosevelt, the UN delegate from the United States, chaired the drafting committee and was a driving force behind its completion. Other key contributors include René Cassin from France, who composed the initial draft, and John Humphrey from Canada, who prepared the blueprint. Finally, today we women at least have our voice and our rights in our one world. Outside the small house of Minnie, the rain was pouring hard, Sometimes the thunder flashes, roads absolutely lonely and silent as if no one exists, yet a cold silence as if moving slowly from place to place, circling the small house of Minnie. Raja, Satya, Kalpana all were as if we are spellbound by the emotions and intensity by which Minnie delivered her speech on her research on women empowerment. Minnie, for today I rest my research on the overall steps since history and women empowerment. May I please be permitted another meeting tomorrow, here at the same time, so that I can speak about the present day situations with women of the 21st century. Raja was delighted with the step-by-step presentation of Minnie and readily agreed for the meeting. Satya was amazed about how little Minnie researched on the subject and much appreciated her presentation. He was in for the next meeting. Kalpana was so very happy and proud of Minnie, she went and hugged little Minnie. Kalpana also readily rather eagerly wanted to hear from Minnie in the next meeting. Outside the little house, slowly the rain got controlled, the calm fresh smell of soil was intense, the roads, although alone and silent slowly as if was trying to get back to normality, while few stray dogs, formed a group and hiding under a shabby shelter, were looking at something invisible and as if with fear and respect for that invisible, they slowly howled together looking towards that invisible yet enormous a presence which very slowly passed by them with the cold winds. Chapter 15, The Women and the Situation of the 21st Century. Minnie continued.